Welcome back to my kitchen, you lot. Today, we're tackling the centerpiece of any Thanksgiving feast worth its salt, the turkey. You want a dry, flavorless bird that's drier than my sense of humor? No? Then listen up. We're gonna walk you through every bloody step, from picking the right turkey to getting it on your table, juicy and cooked to perfection. No more excuses for serving up a rubber chicken disguised as a Thanksgiving turkey. We're going for the gold here. Right, first things first, you need to choose your weapon. We're talking about the turkey itself. Fresh or frozen. Free range or not so much. Size matters too, you hear? Too small and your guests will be fighting over scraps. Too big and you'll be eating leftovers until Christmas. Get the right size for your crowd. Now when you're picking out your bird, give it a good look over. You want a turkey that's plump and firm with nice, even skin. None of that slimy, discolored nonsense. We're looking for a champion, not a chump. Listen up, thawing a turkey is not a 5-minute job. It's a process that requires time, patience, and a bit of planning. You can't just decide to cook a turkey on a whim and expect it to be ready in no time. You can't just whack it in the microwave and hope for the best. Not only will it cook unevenly, but you also risk partially cooking the bird, which is a big no-no. Microwaving a frozen turkey is a recipe for disaster. We're talking planning ahead, people. You need to think about this days in advance. Mark it on your calendar, set reminders on your phone, do whatever it takes to remember. The best way to thaw your turkey is in the fridge. This method is the safest and ensures that your turkey thaws evenly. It might take a bit longer, but trust me, it's worth it. Give it plenty of time, about 24 hours for every 5 pounds of bird. So if you have a 15-pound turkey, you're looking at 3 days in the fridge. Plan accordingly. And for God's sake, don't forget to put it on a tray to catch any drips. The last thing you want is turkey juice all over your fridge. It's not just messy, it's a health hazard. We don't want a swimming pool in your fridge. Trust me, cleaning up that mess is not how you want to spend your holiday. Got a bit less time? A cold water bath will do the trick. This method is faster but requires more attention. You'll need to change the water every 30 minutes to keep it cold. Just make sure the turkey is in a leak-proof bag and change the water every 30 minutes. This ensures that the turkey stays at a safe temperature and thaws evenly. Remember, safety first. We don't want any food poisoning disasters on my watch. Always handle your turkey with care, and make sure to follow these guidelines to ensure a safe and delicious meal. Brining, you lot, brining. This is your secret weapon for a Thanksgiving turkey so juicy it'll bring tears to your eyes. What is brining, you ask? It's basically giving your turkey a nice long soak in a saltwater solution. This helps to break down the tough muscle fibers, resulting in a more tender and flavorful bird. Now, I've got a killer brine recipe that'll knock your socks off. We're talking water, salt, sugar, herbs, spices, the works. We'll let the turkey soak in this magic potion for at least 12 hours or even overnight. Trust me, it's worth it. Listen, we're not cutting corners here. This is a proper homemade stuffing we're talking about. None of that pre-packaged nonsense that lacks flavor and texture. We're going to make something truly special. Something that will make your taste buds dance with joy. We're making our own stuffing and it's going to be bloody brilliant. We'll start with the freshest ingredients we can find. Think about the aroma of fresh herbs, the crunch of vegetables, and the softness of freshly baked bread. Forget that dry, tasteless stuff you get in a box. We're talking fresh bread, herbs, vegetables, and maybe even some sausage meat for good measure. Imagine the flavors melding together, creating a symphony of taste that will elevate your turkey to new heights. And yes, sausage meat can add a wonderful richness and depth to your stuffing. It's all about layering flavors and textures to create something truly memorable. The key to a good stuffing is to make sure it's moist but not soggy. You want it to hold together but still be light and fluffy. This balance is crucial for achieving that perfect bite. We don't want a bread pudding in the middle of our turkey, do we? No, we want a stuffing that complements the turkey, not one that overpowers it or turns into a mushy mess. Get your hands dirty and mix it all up together. Feel the textures, smell the aromas, and really get involved in the process. This is where the magic happens. Then we'll loosely fill the cavity of the turkey, making sure not to pack it in too tight. This allows the stuffing to cook evenly and absorb all the wonderful juices from the turkey. But don't pack it in too tight. Give it room to breathe. This is essential for achieving that perfect texture and flavor. Give it room to breathe. And there you have it, a stuffing that's not just a side dish, but a star in its own right. Your guests will be raving about it long after the meal is over. Now let's talk seasoning. We've got a blank canvas here, people, and it's time to get creative. Salt and pepper are a given, but don't be afraid to get adventurous with the herbs and spices. We're talking rosemary, thyme, sage, garlic, paprika. The possibilities are endless. Rub the seasoning all over the turkey, making sure to get under the skin as well. This will help to infuse the meat with flavor and keep it nice and moist during cooking. Trussing, you lot, might sound like a load of fancy chef jargon, but it's actually dead simple, and it makes a world of difference to the final result. Basically, we're just tying the turkey up with some butcher's string to help it cook evenly. This will prevent the legs and wings from drying out and ensure that the whole bird is cooked to perfection. Now, there are different ways to truss a turkey, but I'll show you my go-to method. It's quick, easy, and it always does the trick. Right, it's time for the main event. Roasting the turkey. Preheat your oven to a scorching hot 425 degrees Fahrenheit. We want to give this bird a good blast of heat to start with. Place your trussed turkey on a roasting rack in a large roasting pan. This will allow the heat to circulate around the bird and ensure even cooking. Now we're going to roast the turkey for about 15 minutes per pound. But here's the kicker. We're going to cover it with foil for the first half of the cooking time to keep it nice and moist. Basting, you lot, is not just some fancy chef trick. It's essential for a moist and flavorful turkey with crispy golden brown skin. Every 30 minutes or so, we're going to baste the turkey with the pan juices. This will help to keep the meat moist and add another layer of flavor. Now, when I say baste, I mean really give it a good drenching. We want those juices to penetrate every nook and cranny of that bird. Listen up, you lot, this is crucial. We need to make sure the turkey is cooked to perfection, and that means using a meat thermometer. No guessing games here. Insert the thermometer into the thickest part of the thigh without touching the bone. We're looking for an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. If the turkey isn't quite there yet, just pop it back in the oven for a bit longer. But keep a close eye on it. We don't want to overcook it. Right, the turkey is cooked to perfection, but hold your horses. Before you dive in, there's a crucial step that many overlook. We need to let it rest for at least 30 minutes before we carve it. This resting period is essential for achieving the best possible texture and flavor. During this time, the juices that have been driven to the center of the bird by the heat will redistribute throughout the meat. This results in a more tender and flavorful bird, ensuring every bite is juicy and delicious. Now, carving a turkey can seem daunting, but it's actually quite simple once you know how. The key is to have a sharp knife and a bit of patience. I'll show you my go-to method for breaking down the bird into juicy slices. Start by removing the legs and thighs, then move on to the wings. Finally, carve the breast meat into even slices. And there you have it, you lot. A beautifully carved turkey that's ready to be the star of your Thanksgiving feast. A Thanksgiving turkey fit for a king or queen. Garnish it with some fresh herbs and citrus slices for an extra touch of elegance. Now go forth and impress your guests with your culinary prowess. Remember, the key to a perfect turkey is patience and attention to detail. Happy Thanksgiving. And there you have it, the perfect Thanksgiving turkey. Follow these steps and you're sure to impress your guests. Remember, we don't serve rubbish in this kitchen. We serve food that's cooked with passion, precision, and a whole lot of flavor. Now go on, get out of my kitchen and create your own Thanksgiving masterpiece. And don't forget to share the results.